Now, the first anniversary of the inking of a trilateral security cooperation deal comes ahead of leadership change in the U.S. in November, and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's decision to step down and not seek re-election in the upcoming party leadership vote next month. Let's turn to Dr. Bruce Bennett for more. Hello there.
Hello.
So, like I said, it's been a year since South Korea, the U.S. and Japan secured their security cooperation pact. And there's also said to be a change of leadership over in Washington as well as in Tokyo. What would that mean for the trilateral cooperation and their partnership?
Well, the cooperation is always a function of the leaders and their willingness to work with each other. But increasingly, I think South Korea, Japan, and the U.S. recognize that there really is no choice other than to be cooperating, that the security threats in this region are significant, that the need for economic cooperation is significant. And so I think regardless of who the eventual leaders are, maintaining some degree of significant trilateral cooperation will be decided as a key policy for the three countries.
And also, starting this week, South Korea and the U.S. are conducting a major combined military drill to boost their, joint defense readiness in the face of North Korea's growing military provocations. Now, what would that mean in terms of the partnership and the allies of Seoul and Washington working together to, combat North Korean threats?
Well, North Korea seems to be searching for ways to challenge South Korea and the U.S. Kim has consistently talked about annihilating South Korea or totally destroying it. Well, he knows that if he does that, he's a dead man. That's not an option that's attractive to him. So he's looking for other ways to challenge South Korea and the U.S. And so it's critical for South Korea and the U.S. to do a diverse set of training, a diverse set of preparation, so that we're able to handle whatever his people finally decide to do in some form of more limited activity. Nevertheless, he's also potentially threatening limited nuclear activity. And so the commands in Korea will be looking at what happens if there is a nuclear attack from North Korea as part of this exercise to make sure that we are better prepared.
Well, so North Korea expected to be constantly challenging Seoul and Washington. Then does that mean North Korea will stage provocative acts in response to the summertime military drills?
They always have in the past. And so I think we can expect that Kim will do that. It gives him an opportunity to demonstrate his power and strength to his people, which is important to him maintaining control. But it's just the way he acts. It's the way he's tried to do it to make it look like South Korea and the U.S. are serious adversaries, when in practice, these exercises are purely defensive. There's no offensive characteristic of this.
So are you saying provocative acts even at a time when the North is going through difficult times because of the, heavy downpours that they had?
Oh, yes. No, Kim needs to divert attention from the problems of North Korea, from the economy being in such terrible situation. And so he's focused on the downpours, trying to respond to that, looking like he's a responsible leader. But he's also trying to divert attention to the fact that the U.S. and South Korea are such terrible adversaries, the way he describes it, and therefore that he needs to spend so much on defense, when in practice, that's just not the case.
Well, at the same time, though, leader Kim Jong-un himself has been visiting his people in those flood-hit regions. What is he trying to show here?
Oh, I think he's trying to show that he's a man of the people, that he's concerned about the people. He can't provide the food for them, but he's trying to make it look like he's the good old leader of North Korea. It's a little difficult for him to make that case.
Well, then I'm sure that means North Korea will be holding off President Yoon Suk-yeol's proposal for the unification, of the two Koreas, which includes reigniting dialogue between Seoul and Pyongyang. Will North Korea show a positive response to the proposal? What do you think?
Well, look at what President Yoon said. President Yoon said this would be a freedom-based unification. That's something that Kim has no interest in. He doesn't want freedom for his people. So President Yoon's got the perfect idea. Needs to have more discussion of unification because sooner or later it is going to happen. We need to be making preparation. We need to be preparing the North Korean leadership for such a unification. And making it focused on being freedom-based is perfect. It's the right approach. But Kim is unlikely to be happy about that.
Well, then how likely is it that Pyongyang will actually respond to the vision after the U.S. election in November? Will North Korea stay silent about it at all?
Oh, I think North Korea will probably try to take up their own approach. They will probably attempt to focus on whoever the next U.S. president is and divert attention from President Yoon.
Let's see how that goes. All right, Dr. Bennett, thank you as always for sharing your insights with us. We appreciate it.
Happy to help. Thank you.